Do you want to be the field after the rain with all the flowers that bloomed and the green lush grass? Or do you want to be the broken roof and broken tree? Which one do you want to be? How do you want the storm to affect you? In a good way or in a negative way? Ask yourself that question. That's how you get out of these stuck, victim mentalities, is ask yourself, what is it that I want? What result do I want from this? Hi, everyone. How are you today? Janna here. I must say I'm doing pretty good. We finally got some rain here in Austin, Texas, so still in a drought, but at least it's starting to feel more like fall. And normally our falls here kind of in between summer, more like a summer and a spring. So it's really nice that it feels kind of fallish right now. And I love Halloween, probably have more Halloween decorations than anything. And so this kind of just helps get into it more, right? Anyway, I want to talk today about how to navigate through the tough times. I talk a lot about the tough times. I talk a lot about why they're sent to you and what, you can learn from them, right? Adversity is your teacher, but I don't really talk much about how to navigate through these tough times. So that's what we're going to talk about today. Because the tough times happen. They're going to happen always. There's not one human that's going to walk this earth and everything's just perfect. Or you go through one tough time and, that's it. All right. Thank you, God. No more of those, please. None of us want them ever. When I went through Lyme disease, I was like, wow, it can't get any worse than this. This is pure hell. I got through that. I healed myself. I learned from it. Then there came this tumultuous divorce and then a lot of heartbreak and betrayal and the ultimate deception. And my heart was shattered. And that was my turning point, though. That's what I needed to become exactly who I am today. It was part of the plan now, not because it happened, but because it happened and I decided to not be the victim, and I decided to learn from it, and I decided to use it as my teacher and be better. So how do you navigate through those times? They're going to keep coming. All of us have them, right? You don't want to go through life without any storms. You got to have the rain and those clouds. You appreciate the sun more. The rainbow is beautiful. But why does it storm outside? Tell me why it rains. Think to yourself, why does it rain? Well, it rains because we have to have water and fill our creeks and our lakes and our rivers. Yep. But you can have green grass. You can have water to drink for yourself. So you bloom, or flowers going to bloom. Can wildlife live? It rains because that's how things grow. It rains because that's why flowers bloom. Here in Texas, and I don't know if this is everywhere, but I know here in Texas, after it rains, you get rain lilies, like rain lilies, all in the yards and the lots and in the fields. They only pop up after it rains. It might have been a hell of a storm, torn things up, ripped roofs off. People without electricity, internet. Could have been a horrible storm. But right when that storm's gone, the sun starts to come up. You see a beautiful rainbow. The yards are greener. Crops are watered and they're flourishing. The rain lilies pop up. You get a lot of rain. What happens in the late spring and the summer? You get fireflies. Can't get those if it doesn't. The storms through life, my friends, bring you so much growth. But the key word is potentially. Potential growth is in those storms of life. And the reason potentially is because the storm's going to come no matter what, my love. But you have to decide. Are you going to let it water things so they can grow and flourish? Or are you going to let it devastate you? and drown you. Think about that. Sit with that for a minute. There's going to be some tough shit that comes your way. That I promise you. Promise you that. Hey, Janna, why would you say that? Because it's going to happen. Shit, I don't know. It happens. But I know one thing. There's one other thing I promise you. You can get through it and become better because of it. And let me tell you something. Those storms that come your way, 99.9% of the time, they're not your fault. You didn't cause it, didn't do it. And it's like, what the actual fuck? What is this happening to me? I don't know why, but I know there's a reason. Because I know the universe and our Almighty Father up above has sent that your way for a reason. He's also equipped you with every damn thing you need to get through it. So pull out that umbrella, put your rain boots on, grab your rain jacket if you have one, and walk through that storm. Don't you go inside and hide from it. Ain't nothing going to happen like that. You walk through that damn storm, and how do you do that? What do you do? Well, when that unexpected, tragic, or unexpected hardship, adversity comes your way, I always like to say, you got like the 24-hour shock factor, 48 hours if you need it. Maybe 72. I'm like, what the fuck? This isn't cool. Oh my God, I can't live this. Because that's just like, who's not going to do that? You can't expect the unexpected. It's impossible. The thing is you tell yourself, number one, you give yourself a certain amount of time to, so to speak, be in the victim mindset. And when I say that, I mean, it's like, why is this happening to me? Oh my God, yeah, you give yourself 24 up to 72 hours, no more than 72 hours, preferably no more than 48. And then you figure out how you're going to navigate through it. What do you truly have control of in that situation? Too many times what bothers us the most is the lack of damn control we have to change it, to stop it. But you do have control over one thing. You have control over your actions, your words, your thoughts, and how you let it consume you and how you let it affect your life. It'll be a different extent onto every little thing that comes into your life, but there's always something you have control of with your actions, your feelings, your thoughts, all of it. You have to make sure that you don't allow it to be a poison in your life. If you need to write these down, write them down. Number one, give yourself no more than 72 hours to have a little bit of the victim mindset, to say, what the actual fuck? Preferably no more than 48 hours, but 72 if you need it. You set a timer on that. There's times I've told myself, I'm going to give myself 24 hours. 24 hours goes by, I'm like, maybe another 24. And then I'm like, but that's it. There's no more. I let myself vent, bitch, complain, cry, whatever the hell I need to do during that time period. And then after that, boom, what can I do? What do I not need to do? How is this going to affect me? How am I going to let it affect me? People forget that they don't have to be like, oh, I can't, look what this is doing to me. You have a choice. What are you allowing it to do? People have so much more control over their circumstances than they realize. And when I say that, you have control over how it affects you. Everyone needs permission. You got to give yourself permission. But everyone else needs, you're the one that's there to give them permission over whether they come into your life and how you let their actions and doings and things affect you. You don't have to answer the door every time someone comes and knocks on it. I don't care if they're family or not. So, how to navigate through the tough times. Number 2 was Don't let it affect you in a negative way. Don't lash out at the people who are there for you and who love you. Don't feel the need to spill every little detail. Don't look for the attention on it. Fuck. God, don't do that. By the way, if you're doing that, you're still in the victim mindset. Reread my book that's coming out December 11th, and we'll go from there. But sometimes less is more. I have a few very, very close friends that I tell things to. And when I say friends, that might be my mom or my sister, or my husband, and the people who are like family to me. But I know what I can and can't say to everyone. In other words, certain people give the best advice that they can give. And there's the people you just tell everything to, right? So be careful about the things you talk about with people, because sometimes they can make you feel worse, and it doesn't help it when you're going through a really hard time. Another one, be your own advocate. Always. Don't accept no for an answer. If something tells you no or whatever, try again. Think for yourself. You have a brain for a reason. That thing in between your two ears, use it. Follow your heart. Listen to your gut. Ask, what is this situation? What is this hard season of life? What is this adversity trying to teach me, God? Sometimes asking that, it's then revealed to us. So it's important to ask that. As long as you're just moaning and groaning and going through it, and the universe has no idea that you're trying to learn from this and move on, help me out. But when you ask for that help and you do it from not a negative mindset, not a victim mindset, the universe delivers every time, my friend, every single time. You might not like what is shown to you, but that's it. And then you got to just put it out there of okay, how do I need to navigate through this? What exactly do I need to do? Sometimes putting that out there, whether you do verbally, out loud, in your head, on paper, again, the universe appreciates that, knows you're ready to continue to move forward, and you keep moving forward, and things are revealed to you, and you get through the hardships much, much faster when you have a winning, victorious mindset. That is a winning mindset. A victim mindset is a stuck, lost, losing mindset. One of my biggest pet peeves is people who complain. People who do a list that I had to work today. Oh, well, if you're miserable about it, then maybe you need to do something different, and only you're in charge of that. There's people that think a little bit of exertion and they're tired. My point is, it's what they tell themselves. They tell themselves, I worked 8 hours today. I woke up at 6 this morning. Only got 7 hours of sleep. I should be tired. Why? Maybe you're not tired. Maybe people need to stop telling themselves shit. Why do you want to be? Why do you want to complain? Why can't you just be like, man, I got good sleep. I woke up early. I got a lot done. I worked hard today. I worked a long day. I feel accomplished. Folks, it is all about the mindset. It's what you tell yourself. It's the thoughts you choose to believe. I just want to get that through to as many people as possible. Think about the thoughts that you allow to come into your life, and then you're like, hey, no, come back. Yeah, need that thought to come back and keep it here. Okay, I'm gonna run with this one, so people feel sorry for me. Ain't nobody gonna feel sorry for you except other moaners and groaners and complainers. Why don't you say, you know what? Am I though? Am I tired? I mean, I worked hard, but aren't I glad I have a job? It is the mindset you choose. It really is. This is why people fail with getting through a disease, getting through a tough time, losing weight, becoming better, starting to work out, all of it is because they fuck themselves up in their head. Hence, my book coming out December 11th, Unfuck Your Mind. Because all of us are just fucking ourselves. My gosh. Get out of your own way. Hardships are going to come. How do you want to get through them? How do you see yourself at the end of this hardship? That's the other one. Think about it. Do you want to be the field after the rain with all the flowers that bloomed and the green lush grass? Or do you want to be the broken roof and broken tree? Which one do you want to be? How do you want the storm to affect you? In a good way or in a negative way? Ask yourself that question. That's how you get out of these stuck, victim mentalities, is ask yourself, what is it that I want? What result do I want from this? What good's going to come out of this mindset of being just the victim, right? Woe is me. Nothing, I'll tell you that much. Not a damn thing. But when you have that positive attitude and you try to learn from something and get through that hardship, that tough season, that adversity that comes your way, man, do you get through it a lot faster. And your net result is like, man, I felt like I just went 2 levels up in life from this tough season that I thought was just going to be just kill me. And instead, look where I am. Look what I got. There's only 2 ways you can go with that. You have to choose how. And you do that by asking yourself when the tough times come, how do I want to be at the end of this tough time? Because it's going to pass, every storm does. But that same storm might come back over and over again until you learn the lesson. So how do you want to be at the end of that storm? Do you want a rainbow? You want beautiful flowers that bloom only when it rains? How do you want to get through this? I think lastly is making sure that you surround yourself with only people who love you unconditionally, who are really going to be there for you, not force you to do anything you don't want to do, who love you unconditionally. That makes a huge difference on getting through the storm. Someone else that's going to help you learn to tell you hey, you need to pick yourself up by the bootstraps. Those are the kind of people you need in your life. So make sure you have them. Because we all have people in our life at one point. I know I used to have people in my life. They were there for me when never, but I was always there for them. But when I needed them, they had their own problems too, and theirs were bigger than mine. You got people like that, pluck them and tell them to get the fuck out. Your environment, which is the space that you provide yourself to live in, and the things that you put inside that space, the things you watch, the things you listen to, the thoughts you choose to listen to, the people in your life, that's your environment. The environment that you surround yourself in during the hard times determines a lot. And you're going to get through those hard, difficult times in life that come your way when you give yourself the right environment. So think about that. It's much harder to do when you're already in that tough season. That's why it's important to choose the people in our life very carefully, choose the thoughts that we want to believe, choose to, have a different mindset and outlook on life. The success and the strength of your mindset, that's going to determine if or how you get through the hard seasons that come your life. The moment when I was so sick with chronic Lyme disease 10 years ago, the moment I just decided mentally, you know what, maybe I can actually heal myself and get through this. That right there, that's what it took. And I got through that damn storm, and it was tough as shit, hard. I was in a black hole, and I didn't know which damn way the light was or if I was ever going to see it again. But nothing was going to happen if I stood there. But if I believed I could get out and I kept trying to, I had a better chance. And that's what you got to do, my friends. I would love to know what your thoughts are on this episode. And as usual, I love you. Take care. And I'll see you soon.